July 15, 2025. It's been exactly 1 year since I bought my house in Central Portugal. And then only at the end of August of 2024 I permanently moved in. I talk about all of that in my other videos, previous videos. Ever since I've been exploring Central Portugal, the festas, the food, the music, the life, like collecting firewood in the winter to heat your home, and finding spots to cool down in the summer. Say I've been living more on my own terms. I've taken my life back. I have better idea, a more positive look on my future and that of my dogs. I have reached a few goals and I have set a few more new goals. So let's talk about that. So the first goal is still pending. Was definitely to move to a bigger plot of land with my dogs. So in terms of size of the house can be similar as what I have now, but I just want a plot of land for the dogs. Um, I've seen some great opportunities in the area, but yeah, I'm not rushing into anything. Also, I'm really living my life now. I'm not going to disappear for 3-4 months or half a year to get to one of these goals, like I have done to get here. In a year or two, I'll definitely reach that. But for now, I'm settling down, discovering everything, and focusing, getting back into shape as well. So the two goals were to speak Portuguese by summer. We're already summer, and another one was to get a six pack back. Let's say my Portuguese is as perfect as my six pack. In terms of finding a plot for my dogs, yeah, it's mostly for my dogs, because I can go anywhere, and it would be nice to put my dogs in some kind of open aired, walled space when I'm not there instead of inside the house. And then I can also afford to maybe leave them there for the night or something and have a clean house for once. Maybe that's an illusion. I'm thinking of getting a motor now, 125cc. So I've been mostly working for that. Last month I've been mostly working to pay some Belgian taxes, some I still owed, well, from. I have also stopped a business that I was running for at least 5 years. Um, by coming to Portugal, I can take my leasher, my dog web shop with the collars and the leashes, which I also covered in different videos, previous videos. But now I also kind of stopped the dog platform. So with what used to be a Tinder for shelter dogs, then grew out to a everything for your dog kind of platform. But it was just never-ending effort, and it was just costing too much on a monthly basis and time-wise as well. So I stopped that. It's not a failure, however, and well, financially it was. In terms of maintaining my skills, improving my skills, my IT skills, because that's what I am, a software developer. That it's definitely been a success. It's been one of my best pet projects, literally. So yeah. Still, I kind of just tuned it down again to the what it started with is the Tinder for adoption dogs. All the rest is kind of extra. It's always been kind of extra, but I had the idea that I would one day turn it into something crazy, the ambition. But let's just face it, that ain't going to happen. Also, now I'm here, I just don't see more of a future in that project, because one of the aspects to have it succeed was to really support local dog businesses, and from Portugal. Although a lot of things are virtual now, I don't see it. So the time that I've freed up now by not investing into that platform, to that black hole, let's say, I'm now just putting into freelance work. which is enough to sustain myself and attain some short-term goals. For the long run, maybe I should find more, but like I said, I'm not focused on that too much right now. More focused on living and maybe the short-term goals, and then what comes will come in time. And besides the short-term goals, of course, I would like to invest my money wisely for the future. After throwing thousands of euros towards rent and all kinds of bullshit. The future of this channel, yeah. You can always ask me questions. I'll try to cover these, but it's not. Mm, yeah, it's gonna be definitely focused on my life, my goals, Central Portugal, things like that. I'm not too interested in going into politics any longer because it really is another black hole of energy. There's definitely enough other channels covering those subjects, whether it's politics or psychology, sociology, whatever, relationships. Those are all private things I will work through on my own. Don't need to vent that all on YouTube, which it's tempting to do, but not necessary. What do I do to lose some weight? Of course, I'm always doing my daily walks with the dogs. Besides that, I was borrowing a mountain bike from the neighbor to make some laps in the area because it's quite a hilly terrain. Um, but now I'm more into jogging. Try to jog every evening once the temperature goes down a bit, and I'm doing laps of I think 3 kilometers more or less. Maybe it's more. Never really tracked it. I'm not into all those smartwatch nonsense. I would like to know how long the lap is, but it doesn't really matter. If I feel like I can do two, I'll do two. I'm not there yet. It's also quite hilly there, so and it's why I'm doing that is because it makes me sweat way more than the mountain bike rides. In terms of legal stuff, what has changed or evolved? Yeah, I just tried to renew my expired identification documents, which took quite a while, and you have to do that in Lisbon, so that's a 3 hour drive, and maybe lucky to get an appointment after 8 o'clock in the morning. Might take a month or two. Might take another month to renew the documents, and then they may forget to put in the request, so add another month to that. I'm in the process of starting a Portuguese business as well. Last time I tried to get more info, the necessary people went into retirement, people who were supposed to handle that. But all the rest has been quite, yeah, well, it didn't need much more after the first few things like residency and a bank card, bank account, and all those things. I privileged, but did think I could just get a Portuguese identity card because I'm European and I could just get that locally instead of in Lisbon. So that's why some confusion on that part. I just told you about buying a motorcycle because in here it seems to be that if a Portuguese person, so which I'm not, and I don't have those documents, um, if a Portuguese person has a car license and is older than 25, they're allowed to drive a 125cc moto. I'm hoping I can do that too, despite not having that license. Well, I have my Belgian car license and the 50cc in Belgium, but I don't have the 125cc because in Belgium that's separate, a different exam. So let's hope I can do it in Portugal, and if they recommend me to do the exam, I would definitely do the exam. It's no problem. Um, if that's even possible, because maybe they'll freak out that I shouldn't need it. I want to do it, but I shouldn't need it. Maybe that becomes an issue. But if so, then I'll just take a course somewhere. Um, I've been thinking about, yeah, just a simple beginner's bike to drive to the local mercados, like in Monsanto or Santa Margherita. Every month there's some mercados there. Sometimes they're selling second-hand goods, sometimes food and things like that. Homemade, well, all kinds of self-made stuff. It's kind of cool to socialize because socializing in Portuguese, yeah, I'm just not there yet. I can say a sentence or two, three maybe. I'm starting to understand what the conversations are about, but yeah, my responses are very simple. Um, I'm in the stage where I respond with one or two words, and then I come home and I think, I should have, I could have said at least one or two sentences, but that's no problem. It's just not, I'm not prepared. It's not a reflex yet, let's say, to talk in Portuguese, which I've been doing courses, the beginners and the advanced, and I'm going quite fast. I've also done some private teachings, how do you say, private classes. Um, but yeah, it's kind of beginner's level, and with the beginner's level, you just can say very basic stuff. So I'm not sure how I'm going to advance that. Maybe podcasts, maybe books, maybe writing a bit, maybe, well, going more to the local cafe, possibly. Exposure. It is time, however, to ask my Portuguese neighbors to not try to speak English against me, because otherwise maybe I'll never progress. There's only a few people that do speak English here, so um, I've been working out. I have a little pull-up bar in my, yeah, just mounted it in the doorway, and I'm trying to do at least 20 pull-ups every day, maybe some push-ups as well, and go for a jog. Trying to do that every evening. Besides that, of course, I'm trying to eat less crap, which it's harder to find in Portugal anyway, and eat more vegetables, salads. I have air conditioning in my home. My home feels a lot colder than outside, of course. Uh, but yeah, in the evenings the heat kind of creeps in, so it's a bit difficult to sleep sometimes. But the AC helps. Of course, I don't want to use it too much because I really don't like to pay for electricity. So maybe I'll get some solar panels in the near future as well. But for now, about electricity, I was paying for EDP, or still paying. They promised me 30 euros a month electricity. That quickly went up to 50 or 60 euros a month, because they all added all kinds of bullshit, like credit points and a loyalty program and some kind of another healthcare plan, which the bank already uh, pushed on me, let's say. So now I have two, while I still had my Belgian one as well. So I've been definitely overpaying for them shit like that. Um, but I've been underpaying on restaurants. Restaurants are, you get a big plate of food for about 10 euros. Oops. Really good stuff. I'm not the type to make videos while I'm in a restaurant, but maybe I should at least show you some stuff, the local plates. Anyhow, I think I'm going to wrap the video up here. Maybe I'm not as enthusiastic, maybe that's because of the heat, or I didn't get my coffee yet, but life is very fucking awesome here. So definitely, if you're in the neighborhood, let me know. If you're interested in maybe a future here, do let me know. I know people that know people, so don't be afraid to reach out. There's also events with Estrangeiros where you can change information, and maybe they know places as well. So